الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. So the ayah that I was go back. So the angel will ask the person on the grave. فيقعدانه. We go back to the same hadith that I began. من ربك? Who's your Lord? Again, when we say I believe in Allah, there is 4 arkan. If I explain this, wallahi, it's enough again because the time. And then inshallah we will talk more about the arkan al-Islam and on and on. The first rukn is that Allah exists. And this the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah never tried to prove himself in the Quran that he exists. Because one time I wanted to prepare a topic about the existence of Allah. So I start searching in the book, asking the people stuff. There is nothing in there. Why? Because in the Quran, Allah is telling us about certain people like Fir'aun who claim divinity. Allah says inside of him, he believes in me. وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا. Look at the verb. وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُم ظُلْمًا وَعُلُوًّا. They deny the existence of Allah, the ayat and the miracles of Allah. Look at the word وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا. You know what that gives you when you hear yaqeen? You know yaqeen is more than iman. Al-yaqeen, عين اليقين, حق اليقين. These people who deny, and this is Fir'aun and his army and his people, Allah says, they deny my ayat and deny me, my existence. وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُم. Deeply inside of them, they do know it from me alone. Fir'aun, he used to believe in Allah. Shaitan believes in Allah. Can we say no? No, we cannot. The Quran always tells us that وَإِذْ قَالَ الشَّيْطَانُ إِنِّي كَذَا. Shaitan says لَأَغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. He has a conversation with Allah. So the rukn, the first rukn, which is badihi. Everybody has this rukn. If somebody does not have it, like the atheist, we tell him you're lying. Let's sit down together and say, who created your eyes? Who created this? If you see a Ferrari in the middle of the desert, can you say it came by itself? You know, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-fitra, which is the natural composition of the human being, believes in Allah inside. And one basic man in the desert, somebody asked him, can you prove to us the existence of Lord? Look what he said. Wallahi, it's amazing. We need to have this basic understanding. He says, have you ever been in a situation in the ocean, in the aeroplane, in whatever? This is a long time ago, but we can say now the aeroplanes and the ship. And Allah says fulk, which is the boat. And the storm comes. And you felt and you found yourself in a situation that you are going to die. Isn't it there was a slightest doubt in your heart that someone can save you? He says, yes, there was something deeply, if someone wants to save me, the greater power. He said, that's my Lord. One more time. He says, have you ever been in a place, in a situation, in a problem that you felt like no one will save you except one greater power from outside that yes can save me? He says, yes, I feel that. When I hit, this is not a believer person. He asking a believer. So the believer asked him this question. He says, "What have you not been in a situation where that you are about to die, but you feel deeply in your heart that there is somebody can save me?" He says, yes, it's feeling there. My fitra was like, yes, it's only one can take me from nowhere. The one who created the universe. He said, that's my God. That's my Lord. That's how you prove. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, he was raised in Iraq and Baghdad. And the people who was at that age of time, there was actually a lot of atheists. And some of them asked them, and I'm about to close now, and then come on Saturday, we can have another half an hour. The time is limited. Imam Ahmad bin Abu Hanifa, may Allah be pleased. Abu Hanifa, somebody asked him, he said, prove to me the existence of God. And this is just the first rukn. He says, tomorrow we will have a discussion, like debate. So everybody comes from the city. You know, they used to have this sitting on the Baghdad and the people waiting for Imam to come, and he was late, and purposely was late. They say, Imam was scared. Why you come late? He said, no. Everybody is listening to Abu Hanifa. May Allah be pleased with him. He says, I was thinking about a big ship that landed to the ocean, but there is no captain on it. And he unloaded all the hamula, everything that was on back, all those merchandise. He unloaded by himself, and nobody was there. And the ship went back again to the same place. They told the Imam, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? He says, all people, if you cannot believe that this ship cannot travel or navigate the ocean by himself. How could this universe is operating by itself? And then some of them believe and return at the time. So that's the first belief, is that Allah exists. The second one is that Allah is Al-Khaliq. Al-Khaliq, Al-Raziq, Allah Al-Mudabbir, the sustainer of the universe, the giver of life, the taker. This second one, Quraysh used to believe this, and Allah did not accept from them as believers. Because they believe that whatever comes is from Allah. وَلَئِنْ سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهِ فَأَنَّا تُؤْفَكُونَ. If you ask them who created the heavens and the earth, who created you, who sustained you, who's Razzaq, this is the kuffar and the disbelievers of Quraysh. They say Allah. Allah says, why then you worship other than Allah? So the second belief in Allah, which is called in technical word, is Tawheed, the oneness of the Lordship. This will not take you to Al-Jannah. You have to have it. You have to come up with, but you have to have four of arkan. The existence of Allah, I'm closing. Number 2 is that Allah is the Khaliq al-Raziq. Number 3 is the main one, and the fourth one. The third and the fourth is based on our Jannah and deviation. And that Allah alone is worthy of worship. All my action of ibadah has to go to oneness of Allah. This is number 3. Number 4 is the asma and the names and the attribute of Allah. Yet you have to unify and to declare the names and the attribute of Allah that will mention only by Him. You cannot name Allah by your own. هل تعلم له سمية؟ وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى, that was mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah and the Prophets. These 4 pillars of Iman. And then we have Imanu Billah wal Malaika and on. So if you look at yourself that you have these 4 things, it means you're okay. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك فإنه لا يعز من عاديت ولا يذل من واليت. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.